since we're just coming back out of recess, we don't have to go through everything, but we are back in order now. And, let's pick up where we stopped. Is there anything additional before the sheriff's? I did have one request over the lunch period for one. JP said that if the JPs are getting a raise, I want a raise. No, not in the raise, but just in travel pay.
Travel.
And so I think that probably Judge Ball is the only one that hasn't gotten a travel pay adjustment, I believe.
That's correct.
And so he requested that we do the travel pay adjustment for him. I said, well, are you gonna go where the raise is? And he said, no, I'm not gonna go there. So anyway,
What's he asking for?
he's asking for the same travel pay as the other JPs are getting,
All right, which,
4,000.
no, what line? I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
JP one, got it,
Got it?
got it. 76, Department 76.
Lord, I'm on the wrong dadgum thing.
He's at, what, 3125?
Correct.
Yeah, 3125.
Oh, it is? You don't need to change it.
Are we on?
You don't need to change that.
Oh,
No, you don't have to.
No.
Yeah.
You just, I'm gonna be the one changing it, so.
Everybody turn theirs on if you're not on. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, he is the only one, if I'm correct, that has not been changed, and I'm checking now to make sure. Yes, he's the only one that has not been changed. So I would entertain a recommendation to change the travel allowance on JP one to 4,000 from 3125.
So moved.
All right, do I have a second?
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, motion passes. And to my knowledge, that is the only thing before we get into the sheriff's budget that we have not addressed.
And once again, Ms. Carter, I do not have to change this on here.
That's correct. You guys do not have to change. I'll be
Thank you.
changing.
And just for the record, the salary increase for everybody in the county is on top, including the ones that's getting an increase in their salary, right?
Correct.
I'd like to make a comment about that. I was on the court last year. In fact, your predecessor, Commissioner Timmons, asked for a pay increase for employees across the board. We didn't provide it in the budget. If it does pass, and if everybody's in favor of it, I would like to dedicate it to his legacy, if the court's agreeable to that.
He would like that too.
Oh, yeah.
Do what now?
He would like that.
I believe he would. I think it would be a fitting honor for
I think his
somebody
head's
who
gonna swell.
gave 20 years of service. And being that he tried to do it last year and it didn't go.
Nice tribute. All right, what else? Guys, anything else?
Need to see what we need to do on the sheriff.
All right, you bet, ready?
Thank y'all for letting us address you on this. I'm gonna start it out. One thing, and Roy's gonna pass out, and I'll just kind of go over it. We talked to Commissioner Cheshire. Let me let you get it first.
I don't represent the whole court, but we did communicate. And I think it's a good plan. I just expressed my opinion.
Right, that's what I mean. If you'll notice, one thing I do want to make clear, is that myself, the chief, and the captain are not included in these rates. This is from lieutenant on down. We did include, we took the current pay, as you can see there, and I'll just do deputy for right now, deputy 39,312, with the increase of what the county's gonna give, the 2,080 would jump him up to 41,392, okay? And proposed starting pay would be 45,000. That's and as you can see, that's an increase of 3,608. Well, the total pay from the bottom number, 39, of 5,688. Okay, so the pay of a deputy would be 45,000.
Starting pay.
Start pay, yeah. Now, as time goes on, they do get $900 as they get their certificates. Of course, that takes time, many years to get there. So it's $900 for 3 of them, as time goes on. So, and as you can see, what we did, we used the increase of the 2,080 as part of that, okay? That's how we're not trying to, we're trying to be as conservative and responsible with this. And also the fact that we're not including the captain, the chief, and the sheriff. And Roy, I'll let you kind of take over.
Okay, well, he pretty much explained most of it. I put it in, in columns, so if you have a question, it'll be easy to address. Column A is current salary, column B is like the sheriff described, is with the salaries, including the $2,080, that's what it would be. Column C is the proposed salary, is what we're requesting, and it's for the whole structure all the way through. And column D is the additional increase above the $2,080, which, as he said, it would be the animal control would be zero, the captain, chief deputy, and sheriff would be zero. And column E is going to be the total pay increase, which the $280 or $2,080 would be included in the animal control, the captain, chief, and the sheriff as proposed right now in the budget.
Right.
That would
Yes.
remain the same.
Right.
That's what that column's for. Is there any questions?
Detective and sergeants get the same column E?
Column E,
Yes, sir. Total increase, 5768. The detectives and sergeants said they're gonna get the same increase?
the same increase, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, but they're not making the same pay overall.
Right.
Yes.
The animal control position, would you explain that a little bit? I noticed that it's not going forward plus, past the 2,080.
Okay, the animal control position, what we're proposing is, right now, it's considered a commission position. Leave that where it is, and that would open up another deputy spot, would give us the 2 deputies that y'all thought we were getting to start with. But actually what it's doing is creating a non-commissioned spot for animal control, which would not be a deputy position, and it would be at a lower salary. Or it would be at the same salary, but they would not get column D, the additional money.
Right.
Now, I will say something about the way this is structured, getting that other deputy. By doing this, then what that's gonna do is allow Angelina County to have 2 deputies on the south end,
South end.
at the south
Right.
end of the county. But we can cover the south end much better, instead of just 1 deputy down there. And then with the other, with this, with the deputy that we got this year and everything, and of course this extra, what it's gonna allow is a power shift for Angelina County too, to cover that in-between shifts that we already have and increase, better patrol for the county.
Will that be another deputy in the south end that's
From
Down
Huntington
there.
to Isabella,
all the time?
all the time.
In other words, they'll be actually located down there.
Yes, just like
And
Robert
also-
Denby is right now.
You bet.
That'll give him another deputy down there with him, just in that area, where we
Okay.
have.
There is no way that Robert Denby can cover that entire area by himself as an Angelina County deputy.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Constable Wilson is in the same position that deputy Denby is. They, you know, Lone Rangers, really what it boils down to cover a lot of area. And this will give them some flexibility to work together and then work opposite of each other and
well,
keep
that's- yeah.
the
And
criminal element off balance.
Right, that is right.
And as far as the overall cost, Mr. Porter, I think that's the number on that.
The total cost, unless I have miscalculated something, it's gonna be $264,445 in addition. Well, I'm sorry, that's in addition to the $2,080. That's already been included. This is only the new position for the animal control, and then the increase that the sheriff and the chief are asking for, $264,445, and that includes taxes, retirement, and the workers' comp.
What kind of shape is that gonna put us in comparison to the other counties around? As far as pay? I'm tired of losing people, and
We're
I know
still
y'all
behind.
are too.
We should be definitely, in
Even.
good shape, yes.
Still
In the running anyhow,
Yes.
yeah.
Well, like I said, you look at the schools, most schools, they're right now, they're at 47, 48, probably 48,000. Well, they got a big increase this year also. So it jumped them up probably a little higher now. But that'll definitely put us in the running.
Well, those positions are eventually gonna fill up. Schools obviously have more money
Oh, I
than
know.
we do.
And they're not
But-
done yet, they're gonna
but-
continue to add spots.
But as far as losing deputies to other counties, you don't think there's gonna be any problem with
No,
that?
I do not.
No, we're competing mainly with Angelina County.
Did you get a chance to look at Smith County and what they had done up there? Because I know that they had done an isolated deal just for law enforcement.
We did, but I didn't bring.
Do you
the
remember
information
do you
with me,
remember about what it was or anything? I'm just curious. I know they had a really big flap over there trying to get that straightened out, so.
Yes.
Now, the auditor, Ms. Cordray, says that she thinks we can incorporate this and leave the tax rate where we are because of some adjustment in numbers with what we're doing. And I know that Commissioner Kennedy had asked me how much more it was gonna raise the tax rate. As of right now, it looks like we're still gonna be able to stick with the 0.5025. Because of some adjustments and some other things that we're doing throughout the county and some other entities that we supply money to. Because of the expense end of it going up, it allows some of the donations that are made to other entities to go down. So right now, it looks like we're gonna be able to cover that.
I'm gonna go ahead and say motion to approve.
All right, we have a motion on the floor and a second.
Yeah, second. I second it.
He said it. I heard him.
Okay, we have a motion and a second on the floor. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thanks,
Well, I'd like to
guys.
thank the
Motion
court.
passes.
Really, thank y'all a lot, really do. Thank you.
It's been a while coming. Good. All right, guys. What else?
Was there, Terry, was there something you gonna bring up?
Oh, did we need to talk about the road? Help me out. We talked about it a while ago after court.
I don't know, you said.
On our
The
road.
distribution.
Yeah,
Oh. Yeah.
Okay, well, at the .5025 tax rate, the amount of money, which 4,500,000 is, I mean, the money that's being split between the four of y'all based on road miles is still the same at the way I've got it calculated out, because that was what y'all had requested, was in total 4,500,000. But as you know, then it wasn't, when it's distributed based on road miles, then you are precinct 1 and 2 is coming up short from what they were requesting. Precinct 3 and 4 is coming up over. Now, precinct 4 has made some adjustments to his salary schedule, which changed his numbers a little bit, but as far as what was left over out of the overage on his, but, I mean, that's up to you guys as to how, I mean, if you're gonna leave these two guys short and you two over, or if we're gonna take the 4,000,005 and take and split it based on what you requested. I mean, historically, everything's been done based on road miles.
Yeah.
Now, this year, historical's out the window, so, so it's,
Good
Are
point.
you trying to say we made history?
y'all are making new history.
I'm willing to take my overage and you can divide it up down there. I can't speak for Bobby.
Well, how do you want it divided? You want it based on road
I think
miles,
they-
or do you want it based on the two of them working it out?
I mean, I get to pick.
It's your money.
I just want you
My money.
guys to instruct me.
Yeah. Well, if you're willing to, let's go to precinct 4 and see what precinct 4 is wanting to do first.
I
And-
apologize, I'm looking for the numbers.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
sorry.
on the wrong page.
I'm doing the same thing. I was trying to find my notes on it.
I'm on Road and Bridge, but I'm not
Well,
on the
and
right.
two,
It's not gonna be right on there either.
let me rephrase, let me bring this out. If y'all go back to where you were on the tab, the budget worksheets, the tab, the blue tab,
Yes,
y'all's tabs are 1, 2, 3, or the next one's over.
Right.
Okay, so I went back and I added the new column for the .5025 tax rate. And it's not gonna be up there because this is something I did
Okay.
while everybody else
Okay.
was eating and I was working. I changed the salaries, your compensation to include the pay raises. So that changed your bottom numbers. So now, if you're looking at precinct 4, his overage dropped down to 74,949, and precinct 3 dropped down to 226,524. And that was with because like I say, Commissioner Cheshire made some,
Can you give me precinct 4 number again, please?
hang on just a second. 74,949. Because you added the 2 positions, and then by
Yes.
the time we added the,
Those are just part-time, yeah,
the 2 part-time positions, and then by the time we added the pay raises and et cetera, then
yes.
it changed your compensation and benefits. So if you go back to Road and Bridge 1, with the changes in the pay raises, and it changed Commissioner Cheshire, Harrison, changed his to, increased it to 135,000 in the red. Y'all don't have this
No.
because I changed
Oh,
this
I
at lunch.
understand. Yeah.
So precinct 1 is $135,000, $67,000
Over?
short.
Sure.
Say again, 1,
One,
135,067 short.
and 2,
Precinct 2 is 291,183 short.
his went up.
Well, that's because
Of less.
of the
Got it.
salaries, the pay raises.
And 4,
And 3 is 226,524,
226,
524
524.
in the black, positive overage. And then precinct 4 is 74,949.
So I don't have a lot of play with.
You're talking about 426,260 negative between the 2 precincts, 1 and 2. And you're talking about 3, 6, 4, $290,463 over. for
290
3 and 4.
over and what short?
426,260 short and 290,463 over.
Now, I can always go back and take the 4,500,000 and just divide it based on
Yeah.
what y'all had requested. And then whatever you're short, then they just have to come out of your fund balance if you got one.
Yeah, but if you're willing to do
I mean, you know,
the 290, 463, that could be proportioned, just like it was to begin with.
To
between-
them. I think that's probably
between
the
the two
better
of
option,
them.
as far as I'm concerned. I don't know about
And
others.
stick with what y'all's original request was, and then take the overage and pro rata it back to 1 and 2.
Yep.
Okay.
Are you all right with that?
Well, I could use the $75,000. I'm not gonna sit here and say that I couldn't, but, I'm not trying
Sure.
to be.
It's your decision.
Can I get a minute to study their
Sure.
budget a minute? Just give me a minute.
Certainly.
I don't see how we can meet precinct two's shortage. There's gotta be a dividing line somewhere. Greg?
With this program, can you tell me what I'll have in hardtop roads next year?
Before the addition.
Yes, sir.
Well-
Before the addition.
right now you're requesting, well, no, not really until I know how much money you got.
Oh, okay.
I mean, as it stands right now,
Yes, ma'am.
with the, you've requested,
600,000?
600,000
Yeah.
was the requested.
oh, I was gonna say, no, you're not, come on, Kermit.
Yeah.
So I say, no, you didn't request that. Okay, right now you've got requested 600,000, but that's where you're coming up short, you're short over your whole budget, the 135. So, I mean, you can,
600 from 135 from 600, that's what I'd have in hardtop roads. So it'd be 470,000.
or if you can decrease another
Yeah.
area somewhere else and leave it in your hard top roads.
Right. Okay.
You got 100,000 in capital outlay?
Yeah.
You're requesting as well?
290, 463,
Now, but that's before the
Yes, ma'am.
donation,
Yeah, I know.
67.
if that.
You're still talking about, Greg, if yours was replaced at 135,000 short, it would still leave,
465.
leave 155,000
Short.
additional for Kermit.
That he's short.
But he would still be short from the 291.
291,
Yeah, your original request,
291, 183.
right. And so Commissioner Kennedy, we really need to have you address that and see what your feelings are on that.
Well, I originally was looking at the 381, the 28507, is that right? No.
Your original shortage was 381,000.
326.
Yes. And then with the new tax rate, your shortage would be 285,07 based on road miles.
I haven't heard from Jess, so I know that she can see this real good up here now. You haven't asked me to enlarge it any, so.
If you would, I just thought y'all were running.
Okay. I just made everything go away. All right.
That's up to y'all. So, it was 285,
Here's the, let me see.
That's two.
507.
Yeah, 280,507 now. That's what it was before the tax, pay raises. Now it's 293,183 that you're short with your pay raises.
Does that make sense?
I mean, of course, we use it too.
Even if I could, in that capital outlay on 100,000,
You put
yeah.
that in capital outlay, yeah, zero.
Drop gas and I'm on 6,000. Already have done it. Drop that insurance back to 5,500. Here.
Well, you better be careful on dropping your insurance because of the new equipment and stuff. Your insurance coverage will go up. I mean, I don't know how much, but
When is the new equipment supposed to be coming in? Isn't it, aren't you looking at a couple of months before?
But that was for the patch truck. We got the equipment already. That
Okay, so you've got everything, okay. So everything's in place as far as insurance and stuff, okay. Commissioner Cheshire, you need some more cipher and paper?
I need more brain power. I'll be honest and admit that, for sure. Just,
You probably ain't got enough time for that.
the way you're right, I need some brain fuel. I guess the only thing good about that is I'm smart enough to admit it.
Well, Commissioner Harrison's got another sucker for you.
Yeah, well, I might need it. $110,000.
That is wild, how we can still
Well, I know
have
when
that
it
increase and still come up with the
That's three.
same tax rate. Y'all are smart, y'all brought your water in.
See the way we can look and see what,
Maybe next year we need to
instead of, this
make
is
more
something
history
made,
and negotiate
Currently?
precinct 1, 2, 3,
Show you what
4
it is.
as a
It'll take me a
separate,
second to get it open, but hang on.
just like a separate department. Seems like that's where the confusion comes in, maybe.
Yeah,
It had always been because of the road mileage.
Seems like.
Yeah.
And most of the time, that's pretty fair, you know, like with material from TxDOT and stuff we do.
Well, it also works the same way with, equipment being purchased and things like that, because the demand is where the
Absolutely.
miles of roads are.
Yeah.
Okay, now you want me?
Y'all did a good job on this. Did y'all get any
Gas and
lunch?
oil.
You did. That's good presentation.
Parts of the shop.
Okay, right now, at, gas and oil, you're at 11, I'll just say 12,000, 11,891 is near, so 12. Okay, which was the other one, Hardtop Roads?
R&M equipment,
Is that 4311?
4311.
11,193.
I'm done.
All righty.
And that's through August.
I know it sells them short, it puts us over what we asking for, but I kind of feel like it needs to stay the way it is. I don't,
Is that in form of a motion?
Parts of the shop.
well, I want their opinion. I'm not trying to disparage them in any way.
I'll give you mine if you want to hear it.
Yes, I do.
We're all here for the same thing.
Yes, sir.
And, I mean, I got roads just like everybody else.
Yes, sir.
We all asked for money.
Yes, sir.
Somehow y'all went over, we went under, so whatever.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, I mean, you were here the first commissioners meeting, our first budget process I was 5 years ago. And Commissioner Timmons kind of felt like he was getting shorted, and I'm telling you the same thing. I don't want to sell you short, but I don't want to sell myself short either.
Well, there's one thing about it, it's not something that we've had anyhow.
That's
So
exactly right.
that's where my opinion is. I mean, if we can do better ourselves at this time, that's what I'd like to do.
Yeah.
If you can't see fit, that's fine with me.
Well-
Let's move on with the process.
I think the division of the revenue based on road miles is what it should be. Is it enough, Greg? No, it's not. You know, we were not out of money way before we ever run out of work.
Yeah, I know, I had to come in and get
Yes.
some, remember?
Yes, sir.
So I'm just saying,
And I'll give you just my overage is almost 75,000. I'm asking for 50,000 in capital outlay. I could take that 75,000 and add it to capital outlay, and I'd be a zero overage. You're asking for 100,000 in capital outlay. Precinct, Commissioner Kennedy, he's asking for 150,000 in capital outlay, and Commissioner Pitts is asking for 100,000 in capital outlay. I mean, so that would be the little bit of a difference in what I asked for versus what anybody else asked for. I mean, I could be at zero just by requesting, $74,942 be put in capital outlay, which that's where it would go. And,
Can we do both? Can he keep his and they can split mine by road miles?
Sure. Sure.
Was that a yeah?
If that's what you want to
Yeah, if that's what you want to do, that's,
Is that the fair way to do, between them, to add up their road miles and split that?
do the same thing, do the $226,524 your overage,
Right.
and split it proportionately between the two of them.
Let's do
What would that leave you though, Terry?
It leaves me what I actually requested.
Oh.
Yeah, he's at his, this is overage.
Oh,
The
okay.
way it came, this is overage
Yeah.
over what the original request was.
Well, that would get us closer to what we
Which I could
actually asked for.
Right.
absolutely use it
Yeah,
too,
that's
don't get
fine.
me wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah. So, Commissioner Cheshire's, 75,000 overage will stay in his budget. And the 226,524, we will split between the two, if that's what y'all are
Make that in
agreeable
form
to.
of a motion if I need to.
Please do.
second.
Okay. What I just said, right? Yeah, okay.
Oh, my head.
Let's vote on it before you forget.
Yeah. All right. All right, the motion on the floor is take the $226,524 that is overage in precinct 3 due to the new figuring and split it between precinct 1 and precinct 2 proportionately according to their road mileage. Do we have a consensus, y'all understand? Is there
Yeah,
any more
I'm fine.
discussion? All right,
So moved.
all right. And we have a motion and a second. It's been restated. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion passes. Thank you.
Thank you both.
Thank you, Commissioner Pitt, and also Commissioner Cheshire, thanks for
Well,
Yeah.
working on it.
I didn't help them, by giving them anything, but
You voted, bro.
I love you too. And,
You voted, that's all I can tell you. That's- and that's good.
And I'm gonna tell you this, just like I said 5 years ago, we get in a bind,
Oh, yeah, we'll work
we're
together.
gonna work
Not a
together.
problem, not a
You know,
problem.
I mean,
And I'm
it's
not,
just-
I'm not here to argue about anything like
Yeah,
that, so I'm good.
we're gonna help you. We're gonna
Yep.
do what we
Yep.
can.
All right, so we've got that done. We've got your shortages alleviated somewhat. We've worked toward that. In just a few short minutes, we will have a consensus on the tax rate. Doing some double checking and making sure that,
Can I say something?
certainly.
I want to say something to everybody and whoever else is watching up here. 5 years ago, I took office to be a county commissioner. I said at the time that I was never, ever for raising taxes. But in the last 5 years, this county's grew. Our people out here are not getting done fairly. And the only way we're gonna do this is raise taxes and give them what they need. Now, I promise you one thing, we're fixing to take some flack because we just raised taxes. But I hope that everybody that hears this up here and you guys understand the reason that I'm backing this. It's not for, you know, I'm a county commissioner. I don't mean two squats to me. My deal is everybody that lives in this county either got to be protected or their roads fixed, one of the two. So it is time. You know, look, you can come fuss at me all you want, and you know what I do? I go home and sleep fine. It don't bother me to get fussed at because I've been fussed at all my life. I stay in trouble half the time, but the thing about it is, right now is our chance to step up and say, okay, we've had enough, we've got to do something. I've got folks saying, what can we do to help you? Well, all I ask you to do is pay just a little bit more taxes, and that will help us a lot, so. But anyhow, that's my little spiel, okay? Thank y'all. No, no clapping, no clapping.
No applause necessary.
No.
All right, are we far along?
Greg, the best I can
Enough along
figure,
where we
if this is gonna
actually
raise my personal taxes,
propose the
I
tax
think-
about
rate?
$120.
Hang on a second,
Okay.
Yeah,
'cause
so.
Carmen's looking at what he's gonna be short.
Oh, you're calculating the pro rata.
But I could be off on those numbers. Could be wrong.
Just a little more calculating here.
We're gonna get $37,400. Out of the 226 that Terry's giving up, we'll get $37,400. So this is, no, that's, this is 37,400 minus. We're sure it's still 200. We're still gonna be short 255,783. Oh, am I supposed to be working on yours too?
Please.
That's all right.
Tax rate is 0.5.
Okay, if I have this calculated correctly, between Terry's 226, you would get $189,124 based on the road miles. You're short 135. So that would give you an overage of 54,000 that you can give to Kermit.
You have it.
And then, that would leave Kermit still being short
How much?
200,000, roughly 200,000.
I got that over 54.
With Terry's contribution. So, that'll have to be
Oh, that figure?
Well, okay, Terry,
Yes, ma'am.
on your $226,524 overage split based on road miles, it would be, given to, precinct 2, $37,400, and then precinct 1 be $189,124. Okay. Greg is short $135,061, so that throws him being over what he's requesting, $54,000.
So we can give that to Kermit, huh?
I propose that we give it to Kermit.
So if you give it to
Okay.
Kermit, then that's gonna give Kermit still a shortage of around $200,000.
But I make a motion, we give that, whatever that overage
Yeah.
is.
Yeah,
to
that way we
precinct two.
split. Where you
You
won't be
split it
short,
to
nobody's
help
gonna
us.
be short, everybody.
Right,
will be
everybody's
fine.
close to where we need to
Sure.
be, so
Okay,
I put that in the motion.
all right, we have a
Second.
motion on the floor.
In a second.
Second, any further discussion?
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
I think so.
Motion passes. Thank you, gentlemen.
200, Bill.
Okay.
All right. Now, what can we do as far as, are we gonna go ahead and post the your computer shut down on you, and you didn't say it was okay. All right, so we're gonna be looking at our tax rate that we're gonna be able to publish.
If all my numbers are correct,
Right.
which you've got to understand, I was doing all these updates right before lunch and during lunch.
And through
So,
lunch,
and I've got 3 spreadsheets here that are linked together.
Mhm.
But to the best of my knowledge right now, we can stay at the 0.50250 tax rate and be able to cover road and bridge, except for Kermit's $200,000 shortage, and all the pay raises, and all the requests.
Yeah. So we're still staying just a hair over 50 cents. Okay,
That's still the third lowest tax rate in our region.
it is, it's still the third lowest in our DEDCOG area. All right, are we finished? And we can go ahead and work on this budget and get it hopefully up on the website in the next few days. And we'll be able to go from there and go ahead and start posting our public forums. All right,
Yes, sir.
all in favor?
Aye.
All right, we're gonna stick with the current proposed tax rate right now, 0.502500. And we'll be working on getting all the numbers crunched and getting the, new proposed budget up on the website just as quickly as possible. All right, all right. Motion to adjourn,
Most of them.
Second.
motion and a second to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Thanks, guys.
497.